Genesis chapter 32. When Jacob had gone on his way, there met him messengers of God. And Jacob said, when he saw that the camp of God is this, so he called the name of this place Mahanam. Then did Jacob send messengers before him unto Esau his brother, to the land of Seir, the field of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye say to my lord Esau, Thus saith thy servant Jacob, With Laban have I sojourned and tarried until now. And I have oxen and asses, flocks and menservants and maidservants, so I must needs send to tell my lord that I might find favor in thine eyes. And the messengers returned unto Jacob, saying, We came in unto thy brother into Esau. Moreover also he is on his way to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Then was Jacob greatly afraid in his distress, so he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and the herds and the camels, into 2 camps. And he said, Should Esau come upon the one camp and smite it, yet shall the camp that is left escape. And Jacob said, God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, Yahweh, who wast saying unto me, Return to thy land and thy kindred, that I may deal well with thee. I am too small for all the loving kindnesses and all the faithfulnesses which thou hast done unto thy servant, for with my staff passed I over this Jordan. But now I have become 2 camps. Deliver me, I pray thee, out of his hand, of my brother, out of the hand of Esau, for I am afraid of him, lest he come in and smite mother as well as sons. Yet thou thyself saidst, I will deal well with thee, so will I make thee seed as the sand of the sea, which is not to be counted for multitude. And he tarried there for the night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, she-goats 200, and he-goats 20, ewes 200, and rams 20, milked camels with their colts 30, cows 40, and bulls 10, she-asses 20, and he gave them all the hand of his servants, which drove by itself, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and a breathing space shall ye put betwixt drove and drove. And he commanded the first one, saying, When Esau my brother shall fall in with thee, and shall ask thee, saying, Whose art thou, and whither wouldst thou go, and to whom belong these before thee? Then shalt thou say to thy servant Jacob, It is a present sent to my lord, to Esau. And behold, he himself also is behind us. And he commanded the second also, and the third ye all that were going on behind the drove, saying, According to this word shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. Then shall ye say also, Lo, thy servant Jacob is behind us, for he said, I must pacify him with the present that goeth on before me. And after that will I see his face. Peradventure he will accept me. So the present passed over before him, whereas he himself tarried that night in the camp. And he arose in that night, and took his 2 wives and his 2 handmaidens, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford of Jabbok. So he took them, and sent them over the brook, and sent over that which he had. And Jacob was left alone. And there wrestled a man with him until the uprising of the dawn. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was put out of joint, as he wrestled with him. Then said he, Let me go, for uprisen hath the dawn. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou have blessed me. Then he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. Then he said, Not Jacob shall thy name be called any more, but Israel. For thou hast contended with God and with men, and hast prevailed. Then asked Jacob, and said, Do I pray thee, tell me thy name? And he said, Wherefore now shouldst thou ask for my name? And he blessed him there. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I saw God face to face, and my soul was delivered. And the sun rose on him as soon as he had passed over Penuel. He, moreover, was halting upon his thigh. For that cause the sons of Israel eat not of the nerve of the large hip sinew, which is by the hollow of the thigh until this day, because he touched the hollow of the thigh of Jacob in the nerve of the hip sinew. This is the word of God.